Okay, she said first and foremost, whatever finance given by the Western donors to Ethiopian government never goes to civilians. It goes to transfer weapons from Western. That same weapons were used by the Ethiopian troops to kill the innocent civilians. The international communities as well as the United Nations body and the big boss of the world like the US being silent while they know what is going on.
No African country is more dependent on foreign aid than Ethiopia, where it makes up 90% of the budget.
Moyo is a Zambian economist whose views have spurred international debate. She's got a highly controversial message about foreign aid to Africa.
It's been 60 years, and over $1 trillion of aid has gone to Africa with very poor results. If you look at the 1970s, the poverty levels in Africa, about 10% of the population was poor. Now over 70% of the population lives on $1 a day. So things are getting worse.
It is democracy. Never.
Human Rights Watch accused the United States and the European Union of ignoring widespread abuses, including rape, torture and beatings.
How certain are you, though, that it's the Ethiopian government that is orchestrating this?
All the victims and eyewitnesses that we interviewed clearly identified the Ethiopian army and soldiers.
The government of Ethiopia has taken significant steps to regain a democratic process that's fair and respectful of human rights. Ethiopia is an area of strategic importance and a strong ally in the war on terror and stands on the front lines of conflict in Africa. This is an area where if they are prepared to take care of themselves, we won't be sending our troops there.
In the Horn of Africa, we know that the regime itself is a terrorist government. The Ethiopian government is saying that it's fighting for terrorists. But sometimes they fight Somalia, sometimes they fight Sudan, sometimes Eritrea.
If you're a leader in Africa and people are showering you with money, why wouldn't you take it?
Well, that's essentially the problem. It's the aid model is introducing negative externalities, but it's not appropriate to be pushing a model that has not worked anywhere on earth. There's not a single country that has reduced poverty and generated long-term economic growth by relying on aid to the extent that Africa does today.
That is the Meles political tactics, trying to pretend that is democratic, seeking donors from the Western. That is a tactics of bringing income. What I'm sure, we love peace. We love peace. Where there's no peace, there's no economic growth. There's no political growth. People die. You see?
Africa.